Art here. I just wanted to let you know that the Pulsechain.com mainnet has launched, and PulseX.com on that mainnet has launched as well. I hope you guys are all enjoying it. We waited a couple years for this, and it's finally here.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token and Superman Crypto channels. Big shout out to everybody. And of course, we're broadcasting around about 9,000 actually, 600 subscribers. So if you want to help us get to 10,000, smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and hit the bell for future videos. Hope you guys are doing well out there. And we're going to get straight into it, of course. What day it is here? It is Monday. Monday can be the beginning of the week. 11:32 a.m. in the morning down in New Zealand, the bottom of the world. And this is where we are. So we're going to get into it. We've got Lies Beneath the Truth. How are you today? And of course, very well. We've got Hex, EHEX, PLS, PLSX, and Center for the 100% Richard Hart Gold Crypto Strategy. We love it. We love it, love it, love it. Accumulate, accumulate, accumulate is what we're in at the moment. So very, very cool. We got Ivor as well. Yo, yo, yo. What a beautiful day. It is, well, it has been a beautiful week here in good old New Zealand, but it is raining today. It is raining today. I got to go for my walk somehow in the rain somehow. So wish me luck on that. We'll see how we get on. That would be cool. We got Hexavator. Yo, 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 let's go. Good to see Hexavator. We got Brian as well, our community leader. Good to see Brian. With Hedgehog as well. Woo-hoo-hoo. Good to see a Hedgehog. Who else has jumped in here? Let's see who else. I think we've got Sandy Beach, shall we? Sandy Beach. Howdy how with this old Sandy Beach. Good to see Sandy. Welcome to the chat there. Who else? Yeah, let's see. We got Craig Pitt. Morning, beautiful day in Melbourne. Let's go. 100%. Well, it sounds like it's very beautiful in Australia today. Sunny all around. We got Ivor as well. I've invested in Hex and PLS and heavily into Famous and PX, but my biggest bag is in PLSX. Fingers crossed, PLSX is the one. Yeah, I am expecting a big whip back in the old PLSX ratio. I think that's going to be a pretty amazing move when it does happen. People will be pretty happy to accumulate PLSX. Dan says, when Lambos? We're waiting for 9-inch decks to launch for that. 9-inch decks launch for the Lambos. And we've got Creepy Coin. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, Creepy Coin. When Honda, says Dan Wednesday. When Honda. I don't know. I'm trying to think what project will get you a Honda. But there's got to be a few out there. We've got Sandy Beach as well. Hello, Hex Token, everybody. Adam Chadwick, let's go. Pulse to the moon and beyond. That's right. We're going to talk about that. Now, the title of the video is Google highlights Pulsechain's popularity. So we're going to talk about that with DexScreen in particular. And then we're going to also talk about, obviously, PulseReflections project has launched VerifyPLS, which is a very, very cool tool around security. So we're going to look at that too, around contracts and projects. So stay tuned for all that's coming up. We're going to have a TYRH and TYZZ update. We're going to talk about that. And we've got another update. Yeah, those are the two main project updates. So we're going to be talking about those two. Umberto says, yo, 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 a Cheer Superman and Aret family from the sunny Dominican Republic. Good to see Umberto. We've got Swill in the house as well. Swilly, good morning, sir. Glad to be listening in. Hey, that's great to have you. Great to have you. Pleasure. Rev 10 as well. Morning, morning. Still waiting for PLSX to go below *009 and then really dive in, says Rev 10. Dave Down Under, 1 day closer to the bull run. That's true. Let's get into it. All right, let's go into the market, shall we? Let's change our view and click. Fingers with the click there. Bam. Where did I go? I've gone back into the future there. And, of course, let's bring up the market. So we've got Bitcoin at the moment is at $25,974. So it's just floating around that 26,000 mark. It is up a little bit today. Now, you've got people like talking about bull markets. You got people, obviously, we're in bear market conditions. And you got people like Gareth Salloway. I always was calling him Halloway for some reason. Gareth Salloway. And he has talked about that we're being tested. You know, the bull market's not fully capitulated yet. He's still expecting to test that 15,700 bottom as well and get people fully out, all the bulls to be dashed, their hopes dashed to get the capitulation event. So he's not quite expecting 9,000 to 10,000, but maybe even 12,000 to 13,000. We will see. That's kind of down where Richard Hart was talking about for quite a long time. Obviously, timing is always difficult to get that right, but the target still in play for that bear scenario. So let's hope that we beat out Gareth Salloway there as well. Obviously, looking at BTC, OTCs, ETFs in the new year would be a huge bullish run for BTC. And of course, we've also got the halvening in what is about 230 days or so, somewhere in that ballpark. Also, we've got Ethereum having its own proto-dank sharding as well coming up. So we've got all that sort of stuff playing out. At the moment, the market's pretty much still in bearish territory as we speak. All right. Let us move on from the crypto markets. And we've got Pulse at the moment. Pulse is at quadruple 0388, up 1.3% today. Is at 39% of sacrifice price. So quickly look at the chart. This is the chart on the hourly. So sort of we've just been moving sideways on the hourly, this little channel. We're at the top of the Bollinger Bands for that though. Moving to the 4 hourly, you can see the 4 hourly there. We've got a nice little slowly sort of creeping up here, which is kind of cool. We've got a tightening of the Bollinger Bands on the 4 hourly. So it has to go one way or the other. It's probably going to go up is the looks on this. That's kind of good news. And go to the daily there. That is the daily chart there. We've had lots of indecision candles last couple of days. But now we've got a bit more of a, I would say, a bullish doji there. And that's at quadruple 03881. So maybe we'll finally get over this 4,000 and start moving higher. Let's look for it because 5,000 is the next level, right? If we do that. So it's kind of cool. The 5,000, by the way, is also the top of the Bollinger Band on the day as well. So that's pretty interesting that it's hit that line. Just interesting in any case. We've got PulseX at the moment, quadruple 0108. Very well discounted here because some people are waiting for those 5 zeros again to pick up a whole ton of volume, which is very cool. If it does do that, then, good luck to you. At the moment, of course, it's down 1.27%. We've all got one Pulse at the moment is stronger, of course. One Pulse will get you 3.6 PulseX. Can you believe it? So Pulse really strong there versus PulseX. And of course, we've got the buy and burn back in, but we're not. The number's not updated here yet. So we're still waiting for that to get updated as well. All right, let's got the incentive token. Let's do incentive as well. Got the incentive token ratio is just dropped below 30,000. The price is down 0.76% at $1.14, but we've got 29,560 in the Pulse ratio. We've got 9.8 million incentive tokens in existence at the moment. So let's just jump over to those charts. This is on the daily on PulseX, so just ticking away there at 1079. Not really much movement in the last 5 days, if you think about it, running through all these candles. So let's see if Pulse can move up. Maybe PulseX will be dragged up too. Incentive ratio there. Let's have a look at that on Pulse. So that is it's quite a bit of dip down today. 3 days ago, we didn't have much of a dip, but today we've got quite a bit of dip there from 30,700 down to 29,500. So what's that, about 1,000, 1,200, something like that. So sorry, 1,200. That is 1,200, not 1,000, 1,200. That is 1,200 down there today. So that's pretty much it on the ratio there. What else we got going? We've got Hex, PHEX at the moment, 00836, and that is EHEX is at 0037. So EHEX doesn't look like it's changed from yesterday. PHEX is up almost 2%. So that has been the star of the day. I think it's probably going to continue that way. Yeah, we'll be looking forward to a nice PHEX move. At the moment, the combined price of EHEX and PHEX is 1.21 cents. So pretty similar to yesterday, just slightly stronger. So that's cool to see. One PHEX will get you 216 Pulse at the moment, and one PHEX will get you 2.24 EHEX. So EHEX on Ethereum there. So a quick look at those. That is our chart for PHEX at the moment. So we had a couple indecision candles, but looks like we're getting a bit of direction to the upside. So let's go. Let's get back over a cent. That'd be pretty neat to get PHEX sitting back over a cent. Let's do it. Let's not muck around. And what we got at the top of the Bollinger Bands, 0097. So let's do that. That'd be pretty cool. And EHEX also pretty much moving back up as well. So a couple indecision candles, but looks like we're up to the right there. Looks more likely than not. So looking good. And that is that on the charts. And what else are we going to say about that? I think that's it. Let's go to the validators. We had a few validators exiting. Yep, we had maybe about 380 or something like that exit. We're at 39,173. Our total validating a Pulse that is staked off the market is 1.25 trillion. And that is where we are at the moment. So not too bad there. And finally, the Pulsechain is super cheap and super fast. and it is the first full system state copy of Ethereum. So it's a pretty big deal. And we've got 0.7 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap. We've got the beats down at 568,000, which is pretty low. We've got 0005, so we've got 500th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer and 1/10 of a penny for a PSC20 transfer. Looking good. We're 815 times cheaper than Ethereum. Thank you very much. And 784 times cheaper than Bitcoin. So we're looking pretty good on that too. I think that's kind of it on the moment. Got the PulseX. We've got some of the volumes there ticking away. I don't typically look at these charts, but they're just ticking away at the moment. We're finishing up day 114. We're about to start day 115. So those are the results for day 114. Let's get into, before we get into the next thing, let's see who else has jumped in the chat. And we're going to get into the project updates. So let's see who else has jumped in here. Adam says, hey, Brian, best peeps always in the stream. That is true. And definitely smash up the like button. And if you haven't got into our Discord, get into our Discord. It is really a vibrant community. I'm in there all the time as well. And so, yeah, just get in there, folks. It's a lot of fun. We've got Richie Robinson. Woo! Good to see you, Richie. Rocking it up with the DMV. All right. Let me see here. Let's move on to, let me just see where we are on this one. We're going to jump to actually, let's go. Before we do that, let's go all the charts and we'll have a look at the top PRC20s. Let's look at that. Bam. So we've got the top performer at the moment on my list. This is my tracking list. This has got DAI at the top there. Now, DAI had quite an interesting move overnight. It came all the way down to 00061, made a higher low though, and now is rocketing up to 9708. So it faked out. It faked out on the 4-hourly chart back here. And didn't make it, got to 9,400. It is now up at 9,700, heading back towards the 1/10 of a penny. So a real fake out on this chart, and up it goes. So interesting times there. So going to break to the upside. We will see. You can see the angular resistance as well. We'll see how that goes. So interesting times. Atropa as well, up 21%. The best friend, and look, that's up and away too. So it's got a lot of room to move. 00486 is where that is at the moment. Those are the top performers on my list. And that's pretty much it for those ones. Let's jump over to the meme coins. Best performer meme coin, we've got Pepperlorian is up 35%, but the liquidity is really small. So this is do it by liquidity because I prefer that generally speaking. So yeah, the best performer really is Dodge. That's up 4.5%. That is the Jeff Kadakis Dodge, I believe, not the fork one. I have to double check that, but I think that is the case. And of course, we've got Pulse Dodge there, one of the 9-inch meme coins that should do pretty well, is up 4.5% with 24K liquidity. So let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, it's had a nice little run up here. I think there's a lot of value upside to this, but once again, not financial advice. When that 9-inch DX launches, and it does seem like it's getting closer. We did an update on that yesterday, and looks like they're in for the final audit updates, assuming there's no changes. We could have a launch coming up sooner than later. So soon was the launch phase for the 9-inch. $16 million sacrifice for that. So there's a lot of expectation and anticipation for the 9-inch DX. And of course, there's going to be dual token, the 9-inch token, which was from the sacrifice, and of course the BBC token, which is the incentive token for the pools, single side staking, etc. And of course, the team has 3 native meme coins to themselves, which is Pulse Dodge, PLD here, Poor Pleb, and of course, where did the ETH go? Those 3 tokens. So they should all probably do pretty well. And the lead up at the moment, they're still relatively strongly discounted, in my view, based on the chart history. And yeah, maybe some of the other top memes like Pepe and Shib and that will do well too on that platform, since a meme DEX. So yep, we'll be looking out for that. Let's go to the project Pulsechain project updates. We've got the burn token from TRH at the top there. We've got Ophir there from Rags to Riches and Crypto Heartbeat, associated with Texan token, of course, and Endowment token. We've also got Plant there as well. So those are up 36%, 32%, and 23% respectively. We've got PulseReflections, of course, which has launched the VerifyPLS safety site at the moment. We're going to look at that. That is up 22%. And TRH there is up 21% on the news. We're going to be talking about that too. So we'll be talking about PulseReflections and TRH. Those are our project updates. Trust Swap is up 18%. PLN, Pulse LN is also up 13%. And of course, that offers some bridge opportunities, particularly Bitcoin and BNB. And of course, Cash App bridging to Pulsechain. So it got some good utilities in there as well. So let's go to the top of the mark there. Let's go to where are we going? We're going to, I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the right place here. I think we're going to, no, we're going to go to Crypto Coffee first. Let's talk about Crypto Coffee because we've got Google highlights Pulsechain's popularity. Now, Crypto Coffee put out a really cool tweet. And of course, for people that don't get why this is good, the SERPs don't lie yet. And of course, you can censor Pulsechain, of course, like Uniswap and CowSwap and what's it not Cow? Is it CowSwap? Yeah, Matcha in any case. You can do things like that. Delist, MetaMask, for example. You can censor, delist, or fake volume. Obviously, there's a lot of fake volume going through on some of the top chains like BSC and things like that, BNB. But the clicks are really going to Pulsechain. I thought it was a really good observation there by Crypto Coffee. And incognito Google search. I don't even think you need to have an incognito, but incognito search reveals where the attention goes. Obviously, incognito means that it's not really tracking your behavior as far as I can tell. So it gives you a good idea. Now, in Google, you can type deck screener, which is obviously what a lot of people use these days to do coverage of crypto and across multiple chains. I don't know why I'm starting to get a stutter there. I don't know what I got a stutter. Just started. I don't know. But we've got deck screener there, and of course we've got if you put deck screener in, it's got deck screener at the top there comes up, which is what we're using to show these charts. But Pulsechain comes up first. Pulsechain first, Ethereum second, BSC third, Kronos, and then UPS. So pretty interesting that Pulsechain comes up there first. Now that obviously representing clicks that maybe Google is ranking it by the clicks. It also represents, the high engagement level. We know that we've got such a high engagement level in the Richard Heart community around Pulsechain and Hex and things like that. So that's also a factor. But I thought that was a pretty good highlight there. So it really does highlight Google highlighting Pulsechain's popularity, which bodes well. We're in a bear market, right? Where we've got gatekeeping, we've got the SEC, we've got all this stuff, but we have a pretty amazing community, pretty big community, relatively speaking. Some say, we've certainly got, I think we've got the highest engagement in the community. So out of all the crypto communities. So I think that's really, really exciting to see that. And that's why some big influencers try to attract, Pulsechain X community because it's so highly engaged and it boosts their low, because most of the stuff they cover is low engagement. They get low engagement. They're just so big that they get a big number of views. But if you look at their ratios are quite low compared to, say, Crypto Coffee, for example. If he did a live stream, he's got a real high engagement ratio. So really, really cool on that. All right. So that was good news there. I thought that was something to highlight. When we get into a bull market, this is all going to play out very, very nicely. And that's why it's so important for the community and influencers and everyone else just to keep consistent, get out there, keep spreading the word. And we'll on a bull market, we'll be flying. Just like XRP back in 2020, 2021, they still had a bull market run, very, very nice. So nothing can hold you back. And of course, we're a better ecosystem than that. So lots of cool things coming down the line. All right. So the other cool thing, of course, was PulseReflections. We can see that they're up at the moment, 22%. Now they're still zigzagging along here, but there's a nice little update today on the news, and they've launched a cool utility for the people. So let's check that out. So this is PulseReflections. We haven't really covered PulseReflections that much, but it is like a reflection token, tax token, and of course you just hold it and you hold your tokens, and you get a share of the rewards and stuff like that. So I haven't really gone into too much. But that's kind of cool. It looks like we've retweeted the video, so it's kind of cool. But you can definitely check out PulseReflections and have a look at the tokenomics. I haven't really done much on that, so I probably should in the future. But let's post that in the house. That is the link there to PulseReflections. You want to check it out. They do often perform pretty well in the charts, but it is pretty consistency of volatility. So let's have a quick look at their website. This is the team that's launched VerifyPulse. You can see the details there, so it's kind of cool. All right, let's jump over to the one of their other Twitter handles, which is VerifyPulse.com. I'll post this a link in the chat there as well, just so you guys can check that out too. This is the utility, so you're going to probably want to save this to your favorites because a lot of people ask, is this safe? Is it that safe? And of course, it's only as safe as you can find, but this site is going to help you with safety. So safety is something that you really want to focus on, which I suggest you do in crypto, because there's so many scammers and many people out there, meanies. So definitely save that to your favorites with the Twitter. And of course, we are live 5 hours ago. VerifyPulse.com is now available for use. Contract analysis and token ranking are functional. Yet please note there are many updates and improvements coming. So there will be a lot more enhancements. Typically these sort of sites are works in progress, but pretty cool to see that. Retweet to help spread this and tag projects you'd like to see in the token rankings as well. They do have a ranking site there, so you can just spread the word on that. I've posted you the link to theirs in the chat there, so you can find this. So let's go to the website, VerifyPulse.com, and we go to Verify. This is the website. This is the tool on Pulsechain, and of course, it will help you to get a good idea around security. So let's go hunt. Let's go hunt one. And why not start with PulseReflections? Let's start with PulseReflections. We're going to go onto Deck Screener. We're going to go down to the contract here. We're going to copy it. This is the PRS or PulseReflections token. We're going to take it over to Verify, and we're going to paste it in and see what they say about themselves. Let's go and have a look here. This is worth a good start there. Whoa, there we are. So we've got some interesting stuff here. We got the contract in here. Looks like we've got a write-up here as well. And we've got the swap supply token is currently sellable. So it's good to see. So some tokens you can't sell them, right? So that's probably a good thing. Buy fee is, those are the scam ones, right? You buy it, but you can't sell it. Buy fee is less than 5%, it's 3%. Sell fee is less than 5%, 3%. So it gives you the taxes that are on the trades. Sometimes you go to buy something and if it's got a tax on it, you don't even know. You're wondering why you can't buy it. And if you haven't got your slippage correct, then you won't be. Gas consumed, of course, they've got gas consumed there. Contract. Now, this is the contract analysis. A lot of you guys want to ask about this. So it's telling you whether the contract is verified or not. So you'll be able to read the contract and stuff like that. And it also tells you whether the ownership is renounced or code does not contain an owner. So ownership is renounced and all code does not contain an owner. So it does tell you that, which is pretty important, right? If you got a contract that hasn't been renounced, means that it can still be changed. Now, that may or may not be a good thing, depending on the project and the people that are doing it. We're going to look at one that does have it not renounced. We've got liquidity analysis, adequate liquidity. It's got that in PulseX. At least 95% of liquidity burned or locked for at least 30 days. It's got an interesting addition there. So some cool information. This is pretty valuable. I would suggest saving VerifyPulse.com to your favorites so that you can check a contract. Now, I'm not sure how many they've got on that moment, but they're definitely worth checking. So let's go have a look at another one. Let's go have a look at TYRH, for example. This is from Jacob, of course. And we're going to be doing an update on this one next. So stay tuned for that. Let's post this contract in there and have a look at that. Let's go. Bam. Obviously, a trusted member of the community there. We've got swap there. The token is currently sellable. That's good news. Verified contract. So that's great news. And ownership is renounced or code does not retain an owner. Question mark. The contract contains ownership functionality and ownership is not renounced, which allows the owner to modify the contract behavior. Obviously, we know that that's possible so that they can upgrade the contract and things like that. So it's not, in this case, it's generally not an issue. But in most cases, if they don't have, if they're not trusted or have a big ecosystem, then you'd probably want to avoid such contracts. Holder analysis. Holder owner wallet contains less than 6% of the token supply. So I'm not sure how they work out. I guess they're just taking it from any contract that's inside the code to work out the owner wallets, but that is it there. Let's have a look at one more, shall we? Let's do three. I think we'll do three. Three's enough. Let's do something. Let's do something. Let's go back to PRC20s and let's have a look at. Let's look at DAI, shall we? We've got DAI. Let's have a look at the DAI contracts. We probably should pull out something a bit more controversial, but let's go have a look at the DAI one and see what it says about PDAI. Oh, that's the wrong one, is it? Let's put it in here and bam. So that has got that one. I don't know if it's got that. Oh, it doesn't seem to have that listed in there. So that's not listed yet. So it is. Okay, it is. Took a while to come up there. Token is currently sellable. There's no buy or sell fee. Verified contract's got a red flag on that, so the contract's not verified. Of course, you can't read it, right? You can't read it. Ownership renounced or code does not contain an owner. Thumbs up there. Adequate liquidity. and PulseX there, and of course at least 95% liquidity burn or locked at least 30 days zero. So that is the third one there. I think that's probably enough. Now, you can probably find some really dodgy one that's launched. Like we could go, I don't know, they'll probably have it or not, but let's have a look at new pairs. I'm not sure whether they actually manually add those into their database. But let's go to Pulsechain. See what? No, there's no new pairs, so that's great. So that's just the way it goes. Let's go to Pulsechain itself, and let's look for the best performer. We've got Jack. So this new Jack token, this is to reflect Jack Levin. This has been launched just earlier today. And that is the chart there for Jack Levin's. It's a reflection token as well, and it ends up burning as a PZen actually. So Jack there has just launched today. It actually burns PZen. Has to go to a website and burn the PZen, but that's what it does. We're expecting this to launch there. Let's have a look at this new Jack token, and we'll paste that in. Bam, and let's see if it's got anything on this one. Jack Dead token is currently sellable. It's got a 1% buy and sell fee, so that's the tax there, and that's going to go to burn PZen. Verified contract ownership renounced or code does not recur. The contract ownership functionality owner is not renounced, which allows the owner to modify the contract behavior. So that's a little bit dodgy. So you'd be a bit concerned about that. But in any case, it depends whether you believe the team or not. That's kind of the play. Ownership wallet contains less than 6% supply, adequate liquidity. Owner wallet contains less than 6% of liquidity, 83% in liquidity there. So you could question that too on the Jack allocation. I haven't actually looked at the Jack token allocation, but that is the idea there. It's designed to pump PZen in some ways. What's up, relatively speaking. So that is kind of the play there on those. Let's have a look at the token ranking. They've got token rankings. You can go and vote for your favorite token. I can see at the top here, we've got DAI is at the top there. PulseReflections number 2. PTS number 3 there. Wrap Pulse there. PulseX. Let's give a vote there. I don't know whether they have to log in or not. I'm not a bot, so we're going to hit that. And we're going to vote for PulseX. Let's do it. I'm not a bot. Is that going to? I think that's there. It's gone 9 there. I don't know if you can do more than one. Can you do more than one? You can. You can do more than one. So done Hex and PulseX there, which is not bad. So that's got a little voting there. They do have a light mode and a dark mode. So you can just switch between that. And also got links down the bottom. You can go to the Block Explorer, and you can also revoke permissions through Revoke there as well. So it's pretty cool. They got some donation button and become a sponsor. So cool site there. Very important to have that sort of verifying features. So well done to PulseReflections on that. Very, very, very cool. All right, so we're going to jump forward from there into TYRH updates. Before we do that, though, we're going to catch up in the chat and talk about that. Let's go back into my watch lists. And we're going to go to Pulsechain projects, and we're going to go to, where are we going? We're going to TYRH. So let's start off with that. Let me go to the best performers. We've got TRH. So actually, we just go to meme coins because I've got them all on meme coins, or GameFi actually. They're on GameFi. So we've got Burn up at the moment, 36%. We've got Plant up 23%. And we've got TRH up 20% on the news. And we've got Holy there is flat. We've got Seed there down 4% and Water down 18%. So Burn is the star of the day so far. I have got P-Drip in there because it's GameFi, but we're not talking about P-Drip today. So let's go to TYRH. And of course, we've got a little pump today. So pumped off 00214 up to 0025, basically 0026 there. So over a quarter of a penny at the moment is TYRH. And this is the TYRH site, as you guys know. The team, Jacob, had to pull the staking. Unfortunately, I mean, the project's been performing so well. And of course, there was a slight error in the code. And of course, someone found out on the early in-stake function and was, instead of letting the team know they were a regular player, they decided to take advantage of it. And of course, got themselves lots of freebies in there and started selling down the charts as well. So the team had decided to pull the staking and fix up the situation. And so we're going to talk about their solution that they've come up with. And a big shout out to Archie in our Discord, one of our moderators who posted these things in there. So we're going to talk about that as well now. So let's get into that. A recovery plan. This is from Jacob, the TYRH dev. Also PulsePot and BNB pot, all that stuff. So multiple projects on Pulsechain. Create new stake contract with the following. So they're going to create a new stake contract. The early in-stake exploit will be fixed. The new claim functions to replace, there's going to be new claim functions to replace the airdrop hot wallet. They're going to make you claim for it now rather than have a hot wallet, which is typically when you have something like that, it always does have issues getting compromised. It is the simplest form. Sometimes simplest is the best way, but when you have issues like that, they're obviously going to make people claim now. Staking contract will be pre-filled with burn, plant, and water. So we already see that in the list there, right? So burn, plant, and water, those three there. So they're going to have a staking contract will be pre-filled with those. Possibility to make a check if a wallet is staked and how much for future access requirements. They're going to put some checks and balances in the system for that, so to avoid anybody being able to beat the system or them making another error. So that's a cool idea. They're also going to give some compensation, which I talked about the other day. And of course, big shout out to Archie, who's been giving lots of feedback to the team about the best way forward. And of course, compensation. Number one, all users with stakes will get their exact same stake back, but less 55% in the amounts, because that is the early in-stake penalty. All users with stakes that started before the 12th of August 2023 will be able to claim a free airdrop based on their stakes. So that's your compensation there. All users with stakes at the moment of the incident is rewarded a OG TRH NFT. So that's coming up there too, something new. The OG NFT, we create a new set of NFTs that have 1 to 5 levels. They have different levels. We distribute these to stakers who lost 55% based on the amount they had staked. The amount of TRH staked will be as following: level 1, 0 to 100,000, level 2, 100 to 500,000, level 3, 500,000 to 1 million TRH, and of course level 4, 1 million to 5 million, and level 5, 5 million. So those are the 5 levels based on the new NFT OG TRH NFT coming up as compensation there too. So it's kind of cool. All these NFTs will have functions in future TRH updates, version 4 and version 5. I don't know. I think it's the first time we've seen the version 5 mentioned, but version 4 definitely was going to be a big update for TRH ecosystem before this incident happened. It's obviously delayed them now. They have to fix the situation up. These NFTs will not be mintable, so we won't be able to mint them out. They will be provided. No plan will make everybody happy. So obviously they can't make everybody happy. They can't, put back the exact state of the world as it was. But we think this is the best way forward. So that does seem pretty good to me. Let me know in the chat if that satisfies your taste buds if you are participating in the TRH ecosystem. So that also leads us on to the next project, which is not a complete fork of TRH, but TYCZ. And of course, it has an adoption lobby open at the moment. And at the moment, there's $793,000, almost $800,000 has been put into the adoption lobby for TYCZ, which is going to be launching on BNB chain. 580 wallets in there at the moment. The current ratio is $1 to 1,008 TYCZ tokens. There's only going to be 800 million for the lobby and 1 billion in total, remember. And currently it's 262. This price here, 1,008 per US dollar, is 262 times cheaper than buying TRH token on the market on Pulsechain at the moment. That is the play. Now we've got 13 days left. We start at 25 days. We've got 13 days left, so there's a 13% bonus getting in today. Plus, if you use a referral code, there's a 10% bonus on top of that. And so that is the play. Now, the accepted tokens, of course, are Ethereum, Pulsechain, and BNB. And it's pretty simple, really. That's the leaderboard at the moment for the TYCC. So top person 39,000. Number 15 is 13,400. There's going to be a billion max supply. It's going to have a lot of the mechanisms there. It's not going to be exactly the same, though. As well, and you can earn a 10% bonus on top of that using referrals. You have to do a minimum of $100 though. Just remember that. That is the link there if you want to participate still. You're still getting in just probably before it gets too late, in my view. But yeah, that is if you want to join and get part of that lobby, you still can. It's just the right time at the moment. So I think any time later, it's going to be, you're losing some of the bonuses here. So you're losing the 13% bonus, going to go down. Every day it goes down 1%, plus this cheaper than TRH. That may or may not be the case in the future as well. So just remember that. All right, so all you have to do is that is the adoption lobby address. You just have to send crypto to that address there if you want to participate and get some of these TYCZ tokens. And of course, you can do it on Pulsechain. You don't have to leave Pulsechain to do it. If you've got assets on BNB or Ethereum, you can use any of these. And all you have to do is decide how much you want to participate as well. And so, yep, that is pretty much it. 13% bonus at the moment on day 13. And of course, there's 24 hours left until this will go down to 12%. And of course, you can get 10% bonus referral as well using that link I just posted in the chat. I might leave that in the video description after the live stream as well. So that is TYRH. Now we've got an update about that too. So let's get into that. TYCZ will not be a one-to-one fork of TYRH. So they're not going to be exactly the same. So this TYCZ is not going to be exactly the same as TYRH. We will design new interesting games, features, yielding options, and RNGs, and so on. It's too boring. It's too boring to just copy it and change the color. We will take all the awesome things from TYRH and then build even more new and any unique things on top. So that's good news for those that have participated on TYCZ. Now, the other thing, of course, they've also talked about doing a DAO on TYCZ for, obviously it's going to burn BNB, but talking about the community being able to vote on which other 4 tokens should be burned. Because over at the moment on TYRH, if you go to the burning has all been for Richard Hart tokens, which is fantastic. You can see Pulse, PulseX, Hex, and incentives. They're the ones that all get burned, reducing the supply of those in the market. You can see it's been pretty successful. $75,000 worth of Pulse has been burned. Almost $2 billion has been burned. Almost $6 billion PulseX, which is $63,000. Almost 10 million Hex has been burned. $82,000 and almost 73,000 incentive tokens been burned, which is $71,500. So some really, really impressive results there from the burning there. And of course, maybe this will have some association to Pulsechain. I'd really like to see some of that in either the DAO burning or in some of the synergies, back into Pulsechain as well. Like obviously, when you go into BNB, you're attracting the BNB crowd. Some of that may include a little bit of Pulsechain people, but you really want to get that synergy and get people to come over to Pulsechain where the party is at. And of course, we see with the Google search earlier on Deck Screener, that's where the party is at, and people love it. So those are kind of the major updates. All right, so that is pretty much it at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the rest of it. Those are pretty much the highlights there at the moment on this. Good shout out to Ophir there, doing really well on the pump there, up 18%, and Trust Swap up 17%, Pulse LN up 13%. Some of the real highlights there, so not too bad at all. That's going to lead us into, of course, the Hex daily stats eventually, day 1371, which is not out yet. But we'll come back to the Hex daily stats, hex.com. Check it out. Links. I haven't put the link in the video description, but it's going to be there one day soon. All right, let's jump over to Pulsechain. Before we do that, let's catch up on the chat there and catch up with people. Let's have a look here. I've got to actually update my studio here. There we go. We got about 37 people watching at the moment on both Superman Crypto and Hex Token. Let's see who's jumped in the chats. Yeah, so a big shout out to PulseReflections and the VerifyPLS site. I think that's a really another cool additional tool to Pulsechain, very important one. Nice to see these teams filling the gap with these protocols. So it really is cool. We need all the tools for people to operate safely on Pulsechain. So it's good to see them in being made. Where do I go up to? Humberto. We've got Humberto there. Swilly, we got up to that comment, got up to that one there, and up there we got Torin in the house there. Torin, wasn't DiFi, couldn't see it. Torin, Pulse Verify, yeah, Pulse Verify. We got Genuine in the house as well. It's good to see Genuine. Rip10 said just press the like button. Let's go, absolutely. And we got Joey Torres as well. Hi all, good to see you, Joey. You definitely smash the like button, folks, and hit the bell for the daily videos and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. That's what the YouTube's all about, apparently. Top of the morning, Superman, says Joe O'Brien. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning. Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you, Joe. Top of the morning. Top of the morning, Joe O'Brien. That's how we go. Hey, the accent was coming along there. All right, enough of that before I get rug pulled. Andre's in the house as well. P died to the moon. Yeah, certainly look rocking it at the moment. It's certainly rocking it as well. We might have another look at that. Hey, Brian, says Joe. Ivor says, is famous still your pick? out of the PH projects, yes, it is still a pick there. The GMX fork, margin trading and liquidity providing. Yeah, I was looking at the GMX charts. The performs like GMX. To my thing could be huge. GMX chart is pretty cool. Yeah, it is going to be really. It's going to be one of the heavyweight projects, I think, on the Pulse chain. It's going to be. It can do up to 30x leverage. Now you don't have to participate in the margin trading or perpetuals. You can provide liquidity to those that do it. So those yields probably going to be pretty attractive. So yeah, I think that's going to be pretty popular. The cool thing, it's like halfway DeFi in the sense that your keys, your coins, right? So you're not on centralized exchanges where you're trying to do margin trading and you don't own the keys to your coins. So at least you do that in DeFi, right, with GMX and Famous, which will be launching on Pulse Chain. It is the final of the big known ones that PH Universe is doing. But my guess is that they will probably bring more protocols to Pulse Chain that we need as well. Some of the top performers on Ethereum, of course. So far, they've got Fatty, PHUX, which is a balancer fork, and they just launched recently the Fiat Aave fork. So we're looking forward to their fourth one of the famous, futures margin trading. So it's going to be cool. Now we don't generally support margin trading, but people are going to do it anyway. They might as well have the keys to the coins and do it on Pulse Chain. Christian's in house there. What's good, familiar? Hey, Christian, good to see you. Who else there? Hexog says DG and MOB in the house. Yes, that's Christian we're talking about there. Christian. DG and Power all day. Already know, says Christian. Always some DGNers around. RH will free us from these nasty middlemen and thieves. Absolutely. Who else is there? Blobfish King. Good welcome to the chat, Blobfish King. Pulse Chain can't be beaten. Our time will come with massive pumps, says QQ. I believe that too. I believe it. Brennan says, did that new exchange copy I was talking about the other day launch? Supposedly no KYC needed. I don't know. I didn't actually see that. I might have to check that out. I don't know which one that is about. I know that Kangaroo Exchange is up. It mentioned Kangaroo Exchange the other day. That's still operating with Pulse. It's the biggest exchange, I think, that's still operating, supports Pulse Chain out of Poland, isn't it? I think it's the number one exchange in Poland. Torrent, don't sleep on PDI. No, apparently not. It's up and to the right there. Blowfish thinks I'm only about 5 days off 1 year as Pulsechain member of Hex Token channel. Time goes so quickly. I'm only about 5 days off 1 year as Pulsechain member. That's awesome, Blowfish King. A big thank you to you. Well done, mate. 1 year almost supporting the channel. Fantastic. Torrent says PDI is bringing the new Pulsechain liquidity and users, says different. Yeah, well, certainly doing very well as a community on Pulsechain as well. On Twitter, I should say, Twitter X, or X as they call it. OG selling it down in spite for their own stuff, says Torrent. We've got Crypto Compassion in the house. Hey, Crypto Compassion, good to see you. Hello, everybody. Who else has jumped in here? We're going to scroll through some of those comments. Junior says, I'm staking BNBP on BSC. What is Jacob doing with BNB pot? Now, I'm not sure about what's happening in BNB pot, but PulsePot is expected to launch once the Fetch Oracle is going to be live. But yeah, hopefully we'll get an update around BNB pot too, Degenerate. They got their game rollout. I'll have to pull it up. Pulse Demics in house there. Good morning, guys. Did Superman get walk 42 done yesterday? No, I did not. I've had 2 days off not walking. I was supposed to walk both days. First day I got distracted. Yesterday I got distracted. Today I'm definitely going to do it despite the weather. I will get day 42 done. Today was a rest day for me, says Sandy Beach. Kevin says, is there a hard wallet that will hold Hex, Pulsechain, and PulseX? Well, the only wallet that's generally people are using is, if you remember hard wallet, is Internet Money. That's what people are mostly using on Pulsechain. All right, let us jump into the Hex daily stats, shall we? Shall we do that? Oh, we haven't got them out yet, so I won't be doing that straight away. Hex daily stats, let's jump over there. Let me pull up this product here. We're scrolling. Nope, nothing there yet. We're going to have to wait a while. We've got a little time to wait because I think we're so early today. I'm so early. I'm so fast today. That's unbelievable. We've got the oranges back in. Good to see a citrus squid. We've got Wookie as well. Wookie thinks it must be Monday. Go slow day. Yeah. It is a Monday in good old New Zealand or Australia or Pacific Islands, but it is still a Tuesday night, isn't it, over in the Northern Hemisphere? So just the way it goes, they still think it's Sunday. Did I say Tuesday? I meant Sunday. Still think it's Sunday. Let's jump back there. Bam. So we're waiting for the Hex Daily Stats. Hex.com, folks. Check it out. And if you haven't joined our Discord, join our Discord. The community is amazing in there. Looks like we've got Pulse out. So Hex on Pulsechain is out. So this is day 114. And we've got the 3rd of September. The price there is at 00841. We've managed to get an increase after 4 down days. We've got 2.3% is the increase today. And we've got the payout per T-share 6.6x per T-share. We've got the share rate up 16. We've had some decent increases in the share rate lately. We're at 29,186. As you guys know, something like the 22nd, 23rd of November, we're going to have a massive jump as expected in the share rate, around about 1,400 hex per T-share based on Hexfire's website. And we're at 29,186 at the moment. Average mining net to 7 years, 38.37% is the APY for existing T-shares on Pulsechain. The ownership pool is up 717 T-shares. We're sitting at 9,856,000 T-shares at the moment in the ownership pool. Let's jump over to lock percentage of coins. 9.52% of Hex is locked on Pulsechain. We've had pretty modest penalties, 575,000, and the reward pool is 65 million. So T-shares or trillions of shares are what is basically the ownership pool, and the payout here is basically the reward pool. So if the reward pool goes up and the ownership pool goes down on T-shares, then your Hex payout's going to go up, right? So either way, if one of those changes, you're going to get a different payout. Current holders there, up 24 liquid holders, and we're down 5 miners on the Pulsechain today. We're at 124,018 miners there on the Pulsechain. So Hex.com, check it out. You can buy Hex and swap it for T-shares. And when you say swap, we mean your Hex gets burned and you get T-shares in return, and you start mining Hex, and you get your principal and your rewards back at the end of the mining period. So that is day number 114 on Pulsechain. And of course, we haven't got the Ethereum out, but that will probably come out a bit later on the old Ethereum side. So we're on day 1372 on Ethereum for Hex, and day 115 will be starting on the old Pulsechain, which will be ticking up over the top right here, probably in the next, 45 minutes or something like that, slightly after the live stream here. So that's pretty much it. All right, we got Pulse at the moment is at quadruple 03879. Hopefully we'll get a green day. We've started a brand new candle. We had good green candle the last couple of days, but indecisive. But it looks like we've got more of an upward momentum in the chart. So fingers crossed for that. Nice green day today would be pretty cool. And we're moving into Monday, so hopefully that's going to help as well. PulseX is similar. Hex at the moment, PHEX is at 008382. EHEX is at 00387. And we're onwards and upwards there. And we've got a bit of movement in the charts. Let's go look at DAI again. Is the dominator at the moment with the Trooper, up 20%. It is at 9,600 there, so it's almost back at 1/10 of a penny. That's this yellow line here. So it's almost back here. So it's almost about to cross both of these. So let's see where it goes. Let's see if it can do it. Certainly got a looks like it's going to do it. So let's see. All right, jump out of that and that and that. We're going to get out there. We've fastest show ever. 15 minutes so far. We have crushed it today. That's what happens when you only have one project update. Oh, we had 2 project update dates rather than normally we have about 4 or 5 project updates, but today we've only got two updates today. Let's jump through back here. Russ is in here. Hey, everybody, good to see you, Russ. That is the Discord link. If you want to join our Discord, definitely join up there. That after the live stream, everyone gets in there. I've got to go for my walk though, so I've got to be disciplined. Superman loves oranges, and oranges love Superman. That's true. It's citrus. You're right about that. Funding master, says Brian. Nice one. Hi all. We got Blair at SM in the house. Good to see you, Blair, and Machiavelli as well. A little robot Machiavelli today. Sunday pump. Yeah. Well, it's late Sunday, isn't it? Late Sunday in the United States and Europe. Brian says, has everybody gone over to Superman's crypto channel to sub and drop a like? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, definitely go over there and sub and smash a like there. Now, Superman Crypto is more around general crypto and DGM projects, whereas Hex Token is more around Pulsechain and Hex projects. So, but I do covering Pulsechain on both of them, obviously, because I'm streaming to both of them at the same time. And this makes a lot of sense. So go over and smash over that Superman Crypto if you want to hear me talk about some other projects. Very cool. That is it. We're up to 51 minutes. I think we're going to wrap up there for the dates. This is the shortest show I've done in a while, but I will go out and do my walk. That's probably going to be pretty cool there. Here we are. We've got P-Dye standing out today. It's kind of the star performer. 00096 back up there and shake people out earlier today. That's what you like to see, right? All right, take care, everybody. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. And we'll play out some cool music on the way out, as usual. And let's go with it. Bye for now. Peace out.
Here in my $3,000 Valentino Rockstud purse, my $3,000 Prada jacket, $2,000 Prada shirt, $2,000 or $3,000 Prada pants, Prada glasses, Prada hat, Prada bracelet, and it's all Prada, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off. Prada, 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 Prada shirt, Prada hat, Prada glasses, Prada pants, and it's all nylon, so the haters' tears fall right off.
Lil Bubble, let me ride that rocket.